Nothing can prepare you for the loss of a loved one, and certainly no one can take away that pain. But one Oregon couple is doing everything they can to make it a little easier for families, specifically ones who have lost someone in the line of duty. Fox 12's Haley Rush tells us now about their story.
Before meeting Barb and Bill Lyons, people used words to describe them like humble, giving, kind. When I sat down with them for this story, I quickly learned all of those things to be true and how they're a remarkable family, helping others every single day, even in the midst of their own tragedy. On the outside,
what would you like to know?
everything seems just fine.
Yep, there you go.
Married for 46 years.
Patrol was fun, but it's a young man's game.
Bill, for most of it, an Oregon State Police trooper.
Oh gosh, that was just a childhood dream. It's something that I always wanted to do.
Barb, a teacher by day.
You know, I wouldn't trade it.
A trooper's wife, 24/7.
I always had a fear that Bill would be killed in the line of duty. And we talked about it many times. If he didn't come home, what was my role going to be?
But on September 2nd, 1997, Barb and Bill took on a role they never signed up for.
The town is basically in shock.
Scott Lyons was 23, the oldest of Barb and Bill's two children.
Yeah.
2 years into following his dad's footsteps.
He chose OSP, so pretty proud papa.
Scott and Sergeant Jim Rector made a traffic stop near Crescent, Oregon and Klamath County when an unrelated crash happened down the road.
And as they were making a U-turn, to pull up on the opposite side of the road to where the crash was, they got hit by a loaded chip truck, and both were killed at the scene.
Barb and Bill would find out later that evening.
I saw the patrol cars, and I knew. At that time, I'd been in law enforcement for 25 years, and I delivered death messages previously. And as we walked closer, I told Barb, I said, "This is not good." So I knew.
I'll never forget that night.
Today, the Lyons are still navigating what happened.
Barb's used the comment several times that the day that I stop grieving will be the last breath that I take.
Yeah. And
so it's a process.
It is a process.
But about 4 years ago,
he's a good kid.
He was a good kid.
Barb and Bill reached a point in the process where they found themselves ready to give back.
He used to just crack me up.
Working with the organizations Oregon Concerns of Police Survivors and Oregon Fallen Badge Foundation, the Lyons made it their mission to not walk but run to all families across Oregon who have lost a loved one in the line of duty.
When the phone call comes and you're looking at it and you know these names from Oregon Fallen Badge and they're late at night and you're thinking, oh, your heart just sinks.
Barb and Bill say depending on what the family wants, they can be in their home with them every day or in the same town a phone call away.
Every family grieves differently. Every family reacts differently. But a lot of us just listening, talking.
They also try and take care of anything that can make a grieving family's life a little easier, like helping to plan the memorial service or even watching their kids.
When we got the notification that Scott was killed, we had to immediately just get to Central Oregon, and we had to plan our son's funeral. We didn't have any backup. We were Oregon Fallen Badge back then. And we just never want to have another family have to go through that.
Jen Hovanek.
He's missed every day.
No suffering, all too well. Her brother, Seaside Police Sergeant Jason Gooding, was killed 3 years ago while trying to arrest a man who was wanted on a felony warrant.
My brother was my best friend and my hero, and he's not there to call anymore.
The direct aftermath of his death, mostly fuzzy. Except
they were just there. I mean, there's no way to put it except for the fact that you'd turn around and there was Barb or there was Bill.
Hovanek says they seem to be the glue holding just about everything and everyone together.
They swooped in and sat with us and started talking about arrangements and things that they could do for us, for the family in general. Heartfelt, lots of tears. Lots of hugs. I don't know how to even explain how amazing they are.
And while no one may ever be able to put it exactly into words, a surprise award at Oregon Fallen Badge Foundation's recent annual ball, presented by Barb and Bill's daughter, showed them just how amazing they are. Honoring a family who, even through their own huge loss, can come together to try and make the lives of others better.
We carefully say We will never understand your grief, but we will walk on this road of grief with you because we also have lost a child.
Another special thing to know about Barb and Bill, many of the families they help have no idea they lost a son in the line of duty, or they find out way later. They're simply there after a line of duty death to help others. For more information on organ concerns of police survivors or Oregon Fallen Badge Foundation, head to kptv.com. Reporting in studio, Haley Rush, Fox 12 Oregon.